So Rainbow Six Siege, it has come a very long way. Don't get me wrong, it has come a very, very long way. But now the meta includes a Lion, Finka, Blitz, Dokebi, Ash, Rush, or you switch Ash to Jackal. And we got the infamous crouch spamming meta. Now, what does this leave year 4 of Rainbow Six Siege? Leaves it in a very, very weird spot. Now, for one, we're going to talk about two things. Crouch spamming problem, as well as some mouse keyboard problem, and operators for this upcoming year. Crouch spamming. Should it be in the game? No. If you even defend it, I want to hear your point. I want to hear why you think crouch spamming should be in the game, and why it's meant to be there. In my opinion, it's players abusing a gameplay mechanic. Ubisoft has not put in any in-code mechanic where they, hinder the player from infinitely crouching. The animations work perfectly fine. Everything works perfectly fine. Maybe not the hitbox. Maybe not the hitbox. There's been some weird shit with the hitbox. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. Some really, really weird shit. But that's beside the point. There's some videos out there. Sorry. Some videos out there to say that, doesn't really affect the hitbox. There's a video I have. It fucking breaks the hitbox. But besides the point. So, should it be in the game? No. It's horrible. Take it out. And there's many games out there that have suffered a similar abusive game mechanics that they fixed. Now let's look at Ubisoft. Recently they fixed drop shotting. That was, crouch spamming is kind of drop shotting 2.0, which is a lot more effective, and yeah. But yeah, they fixed it, because when you drop shot, you hip fire, you lose your aim, you have to re-aim, and that takes time. And a game that's very instant, you don't really want to do that. I didn't really mind drop shotting too much, because if they got on the floor, likely I was going to shoot their head. But yeah, I didn't really mind it, but they fixed it, thank God. But now it's crouch spamming, and there's kind of no goddamn way to fix it. It's very annoying, very abused by mouse and keyboard players in console. I don't think mouse and keyboard should be in console. Now, if you're wondering why they do it, again, Zim adapters basically mask the input of a mouse and keyboard. So even though Ubisoft has banned the use of a mouse and keyboard on PlayStation for their game, their application, doesn't matter. The Zim bypasses that by masking the input. So that's how it works if you never knew that. So yeah, that's going to be another video or whatever, or I don't know. I'm probably not even going to touch that, or I'll leave a tweet. But yeah, so they need to find a way to, do something they did with drop shotting. They kind of need to take it out the game. Now, Battlefield has a very, very, very good mechanic that solved their bunny hopping issue. Now, if you don't know what bunny hopping is in the Battlefield franchise, it was a mechanic that was used Battlefield 3, pretty much, I think, every other early Battlefield game. I don't remember Bad Company 2 too much, or Bad Company 1. But I'm pretty sure it was in Battlefield 3. No, actually, it wasn't Battlefield 3. What am I talking about? And I think it had some, some time in Battlefield 4. But they took it out. What DICE did was that, okay, they use this ability since shooting bullets in Battlefield is projectile based, so they have to travel some distance to actually hit the target. A little complex, there's physics involved. It's pretty real, kind of not really realistic, but it's kind of takes a realistic attempt at adding into the, shooting mechanics. So yeah, what they did was that you can jump you could jump 10 times really high, really fast, and you could avoid bullets. Consistently, there was no penalty. What DICE did is that they came in, they slowed it down. So if you're caught spamming on the inputs of, jumping, the first and second jump, you're okay. But the third, you drastically stop, you start jumping like this. And then the fourth one, you're like this. And the sixth, seventh, eighth, and infinitely, you're not even jumping at all. Your player is exhausted, per se. So why can't they do that to, Rainbow Six Siege? If someone hits the crouch button 3 times, they get delayed. You crouch once, you could crouch up, down, and up, fine by me. Down and up, fine by me. You should not be able to go down again instantly. I think there should be a hindrance to slow down. So maybe that's a way they could fix crouch spamming. I really hope so. Really hope they're on the works of, fixing this tactic. I've kind of, learned how to do it recently because I had no goddamn choice. Unfortunately, I have a scuff controller. I can do that. This is my crouch button, and I can spam this all I want. So it kind of works. Again, not as effective as mouse keyboard, but it gets the job done. And yeah, am I happy about it? No, I don't like that. It's not a fun meta. And yeah, now getting on to the next one. Year 4, operators are going to be scary. Year 3, in my opinion, was worse than Operation Health as a whole. So what went wrong in year 3? And it's pretty simple, even to this day. The inclusion of Finka and Lion, especially Lion, has kind of broken the game meta in general. Now, what has Finka and Lion done to the attacking team? A very aggressive, very hostile, very toxic push. You use Blitz, who's already very toxic by himself. Dokebi, which utilizes knowledge of, sound, even though it sounds very wonky in the game. That's why I don't really mind Dokebi. It sounds very wonky, so you can't really get a perfect sense, but you get a general idea. So you use sound. You can use Jackal to track this individual who's, forced to run away. Now can't even run because he got lions, because he has to stay still, and he's getting tracked, and his phone's probably going off, and you got a Blitz falling behind. Very toxic. Now how do you counter this? A heavy reliance on trap operators. We got Frost, we have Capkin, we have Legion, we have Maestro, we have, you name it. Any trap operator, Ella, you have the inclusion of them. And it becomes a very, very, very toxic game. And Lion and Fink has encouraged that type of play on defense. And, same thing on attack. Very, very push. So with year 4, don't introduce another fucking global buff operator like Finka and Lion. And take the nades away from Finka. Don't know why you thought that was a good idea. Give her back to IQ. IQ's, you fixed the you reduced the distance of her ability to scan people or scan objects through walls. Perfectly fine with me. Give her back nades. It really made her an effective operator, a very, competitively, a very useful operator. Now she's like decent. I don't like that. Just take take it away. And like you did, like the Pro League ESL did with Lion, ban Lion in ranked. It's not that hard. You always talked about, Ubisoft has always talked about, including ranked as kind of like the Pro League Junior. They want the players to feel the same sense of, competitiveness and the same maps and the same type of tactics as they do in the Pro League. So why aren't you going to ban Lion? I think Lion should get a ban. Me personally, some people might be pissed. Oh, I can't use Lion on my ranked setup. I can't use Lion, yada yada yada. I don't care. I don't think he should be used for rank. I don't care if I spend $30 on a season pass and I can't use this one operator. I don't even use him anyway until that shit gets toxic and that motherfucker on the other team uses Lion. Then it's all no strings attached. All is fair in love and war at this point. So I'm using Lion. And I don't really like that element of play. And that kind of lead into, just year 4 operators. Make them useful, make them effective, but do not have them break the game like Lion and Finka. And I know that's a very tall task to ask for because, again, the community kind of dictates what they do with the operators, the styles, what they learn about the operators that the developers will never even think of. Look at Mira. Her abilities has kind of like, her use has kind of transcended what the developers had designed her to be. She was designed just to call it out, and needed to, she'll break the window and she'll shoot. But what people did is they reinforced the wall, had someone invisible, and had a soft wall where she could peek. They didn't design it like that, but it happened. So, again, that's all I got for this one. That's what I think about Rainbow Six Siege currently and what they need to fix. Again, I still love this game. I'm very excited for year 4. But again, they need to fix these issues, crouch spamming and new operators and fixing Lion in general. Still, it's been a year. For them to really, really, move past this very, very bad tasting meta going on. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you guys agree with me, drop this video a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you disagree with me, tell me why. Why do you disagree with what I just said? Why do you think crouch spamming should be in the game? Why do you think, Lion is a balanced operator? And why do you think I'm wrong about any number of things? Let me know in the comment section down below. Really like to hear you guys' thoughts if you guys support the stuff going on in Rainbow Six Siege. But until next time, guys, subscribe for more content from me. Rainbow Six Siege gameplay, Battlefield 5 gameplay, Call of Duty gameplay, you name it, probably play it. Got an Ace Combat 7 walkthrough coming up really soon. The game's about to drop. Really excited for that. And Resident Evil 2, the remake, following week. So really look out for that. Until next time, guys, ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.